Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, Novel Bitches, to discussion 2 for The Haunting of Hill House. Ooh, getting freaky. So where are you guys at? Let's see who's here.
Hey,
Hi,
Scylla.
Yeah, let you guys be known.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca. We'll see who piles in. You barely finished in time, girl. It was like a busy week. Hi, Lori.
Yeah, I made sure I finished it was it Thursday? Because I knew it was going to just get wild.
Right.
Busy.
Hey, Riley. Okay, and who sits on the couch again? Because hello.
Isn't that Dominique's friend?
Okay. She like barely nods. Are you afraid to say?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Where's Anna? So poor babe has like a major migraine tonight and is just not able to do it. So unfortunately she's not going to be with us, but that means you guys are stuck without a funny story. Unless something happened to either of these two this week that maybe we can laugh about.
I'll have to think about it.
Wah, wah, wah. We'll just have to give Anna the boot for doing this to us.
We should tell her to get on and like type out a full message.
Like if you have a migraine, you're not watching shit with light behind it. That's that. You know? So
she's listening. She just turns it on, dims it.
Yeah, because we have such soothing voices for a migraine.
I've been told.
Oh, right. Oh, boo, feel better. Yep. I hope she does too.
Hi, Monica.
You know we miss her. Hi, Monica. You're finding out Adriana is out this week because she's got a migraine. It's keeping her probably in bed if she's smart, in the dark, lots of water. I don't know, but we're gonna miss her this week. Anyway, so we have done another 2 chapters, 3 and 4 for those of us with the regular book. And for those of you with the weird book, you read a bunch of sections, and I don't know where they end.
I'm sorry, I still don't get that. I don't understand.
I don't understand why the sections don't align. Like, even if you didn't name the chapters, like the sections, they still could have. Yeah. Okay, Monica, you go get yourself some dinner. I brought salad in here with me because I'm slowpoke today too. I was trying to finish up my reading, same as everybody else. So
I might have had too much candy to want dinner.
You've had too much candy?
I keep walking by the girls' like bags. I'm like, oh, look at that, and I'll grab one.
Ooh,
and
look.
And then I tell myself why. Just do that each time.
Oh, her book has Roman numerals. So Roman numerals, what, 3 and IV are what you read this week.
How many books are there? Why they gotta make it so confusing?
I don't know. I actually saw an original cover. It's kind of orange, but it's not the book that most of us have.
The original one where it's like a.
It's a house. It's more orange, but it doesn't look like this.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, we can't keep up with the amount of times this thing has been published.
So. Yeah, see, we have chapters and sections. They have Roman numerals and then chapters within those Roman numerals.
Well, we have numbers within each chapter.
Yeah.
So it's
the section.
The same. Let's see.
So is that what is a line probably?
We have our chapters, and then this is just like section 5 within whatever chapter that is.
Yeah, theirs is backwards from what Scylla had said.
Okay. Oh, exactly, Des. So.
Well, remember she messaged me.
Yeah, I know. It's probably a good thing that you guys linked up on that so that we didn't have to stay too confused. So probably a good thing. Everybody grab yourselves something to drink, snack on, some candy. It's Halloween weekend, dude. I purposely went off my diet this weekend. It was planned, and ate some good stuff.
What's your
Happy
go-to
days.
candy?
My go-to candy is Snickers. That's like I absolutely have to have it. And so I'm kind of doing a reset, a little keto reset, hopefully. And hopefully it'll kick me back into ketosis in a few days when I start right back up. But for now, I'm going to, not that these are naughty or anything, I'm going to enjoy my Corona seltzer. I also have coffee because I'm tired as heck. These things are bomb. Not that I'm selling them, but I could. They're
I got
amazing.
I've been doing the Kirkland coffee cold brew
Girl.
things.
Ooh, yum. I
Need it.
see mine's cold too. I was like, I need to do it to stay awake. You're my favorite right now, Rebecca. Snickers, like, there's no reason to do anything else. That's it. It's got everything you need. Honestly. It is what I miss on keto. But I was like, we started keto in what month? June. And I was like, that's it. My big day is gonna be Halloween. I'm gonna enjoy myself. So I did.
Three Musketeers. That's my go-to.
Good. That's a good one too.
You need to take the little mini Snickers and put them in the microwave for like 5-10 seconds. They get melty, and then you just squeeze it out of the little wrapper.
That sounds really messy.
It's not messy. You're eating. It comes out the end. It's like eating a yogurt.
So you just like melt that thing
yogurt.
and pour it on your ice cream.
No.
I would do that. That sounds good.
Nope. Straight.
Okay, I remember in high school they made, like Hershey syrup. They actually made a Three Musketeers syrup. And it was so freaking incredible that I used to pour it on top of my plain Cheerios in the morning.
I never heard about that, and
that was back when my metabolism did exactly what it was supposed to.
Oh,
She said you put
not the mini ones. Those are foil. The ones that are like 2 or 3 inches tall. That's a plastic wrapper. Very quickly. Yes, it does not like get all melty and catch fire. That's why I said like 5 to 10. It depends on your microwave.
You can just put it in a bowl and melt it though. So same thing.
Yeah, then it's messy and you don't get all the chocolate. This way you get all the chocolate, you rip it open, you lick the package, you get all the chocolate.
Oh, you don't know how to lick a bowl?
It's harder. Okay, you have like no tongue. How do you lick a bowl?
I don't need to. I get a silicone spatula. You're welcome. It literally does the same job.
Okay, well, when you're trying to be sneaky and eat some candy without your kids noticing,
you microwave.
How are you not being noticed when you're licking?
Because I can melt it and walk away.
All right, we'll see about that. Okay, so
anyway,
hurry up, Monica. We're waiting for you because we know you're there, but we aren't going to wait long. Oh, so my improvise, I like to make it a little more exciting. I put extra in there.
Trader Joe's?
Olive Garden.
Oh, right.
I thought you were going to eat that for lunch.
I did, but so I took out, well, you can see there's already a section removed. I took out some salad and I ate that first to try and like fill myself. Then I started on my like kids portion. I ate all the broccoli to also help fill myself. And then I started in on my Alfredo. I did get like a kid's fettuccine Alfredo. It was bomb. I had 3 bites. I was full as hell. So I had to take a bite of my breadstick, put it in. And then we had like a little square of the tiramisu that they do.
You're making me hungry. And happy anniversary.
Thank you. So today is our 14-year anniversary. Super fun. So we celebrated by inviting our family over for lunch, which CJ's mom and my grandmother paid for. So honestly, that's the best anniversary gift that anyone ever gives. My sister did it last year when we went to Olive Garden, which we'll never do with our kids again. So at least not for our anniversary. Thank you, everyone. We are having a wonderful day. Wonderful day. We specifically picked it the day after Halloween because that's like our fave. So Day of the Dead. I hope some of you are celebrating. Oh, there he is. Stalker. Anyways, hope everyone is celebrating in their own way yesterday and today and doing what they do.
Did anybody actually go trick-or-treating with kids?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
We did a trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat.
Yeah. Hey, get off the couch.
Lori did.
Oh yeah, Stella.
Stella did. In the campground. In the
Not fun.
campground. On base? 3 dinosaurs.
Aw. How fun. So Scylla's kids said it was the best Halloween ever? Wow. That's like what everyone wishes their kids could say on a regular year, let alone quarantine year.
Oh, Riley, how are you feeling?
Oh man, yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. So that's why you were sick last week. You poor thing. Now we know. I hope you're all right. Hopefully you get like
Have Daddy do that.
easy case of it. And then it goes away fast. We'll send it to the winds for you. Yeah, we all wish Riley would feel amazing. My kids are too cool for me. Yeah, I have a teenager too.
I made all my kids go.
She did.
You made what? Your kids?
They look like
Everybody
they
was
had
all
a
masked
blast.
up. Huh?
You kids look like they had a blast. They were.
Dude, we only walked like maybe half our subdivision. I don't even know if it was that much. Our kids had so much candy, and we're not used to having sidewalks. Obviously, in Florida, we didn't have sidewalks. In Arkansas, I guess on one side of the street you had sidewalks, but nowhere had sidewalks in Florida, so it was like hard to go around. There's no like light poles everywhere you go, so you're in the dark. So here in the subdivision we're at here was amazing. There wasn't a lot of people out, but everybody that was out was a lot of fun. Apparently there was a house and like with jello shots that we did not see.
Like,
The guy we walked by him, he was like, "Did you stop at my house? You probably stopped at my house. You get jello shots?" We're like, "No, what?
Oh man.
Which one was that?"
That's
Yeah, hello. That'll be my house next year. I didn't even think of that. Ooh, put candy bars on the table and watch for honest neighbors. So
We did that. We set a camera up to be able to see all that. There were some bratty kids towards the end. But then we got back. I let my kids choose their favorites, and then we dumped their bags and let the other people come and take it. But there wasn't a lot at that point.
Right. We went outside with a huge cauldron of candy, and no one came around. Our kids were like running up and down the street, like doing nothing. There was nothing going on. Nothing. No kids were trick-or-treating. No one was handing out candy. It was super weird. And then we just stand out there, my daughter and I, in our witch costumes. And we're like waving to everyone, and I have a big old cauldron full of candy. We're like driving by. I think they thought we were just like trying to trick or treat cars driving by.
No.
Someone screamed "Happy Halloween."
Andrew's gonna bring me
I'm like, well,
because I didn't have time.
can't eat Tootsie Roll, but thanks.
So don't lock it
I
yet.
saw a few.
Please
when
don't
we
do
were
that.
driving. I saw a few
No, I
people.
want him to be young.
Kids out and about.
You need to take a shower. Go.
I hear you, Ben. Go take a shower. Well,
Dang.
Well, should we?
I think Scylla had the best of us all.
yeah, seriously.
Dominique, what did you say you guys did?
Trunk or treat?
At your church or just on your street?
Yeah, no, at the church. Different people decorate. It was my first time doing one of those. Never did that before. There was this one car. It was really cute. Did like it's a dinosaur movie. Rap with the Raptors. The dinosaur movie, guys. Come on, help me.
The Good Dinosaur?
No, with the Raptors. Jurassic Park, sorry. So they made it look like vines and all this stuff, and they would have like this little raptor head, like look pretty legit, like pop out.
That's rad.
at you as you're like getting the candy, and Samus, the 3-year-old, just thought it was hilarious.
That's fun.
She, yeah, was not scared.
Little freaky
She,
thing. I love it. Love it. She's gonna be like Adriana's daughter,
yeah,
trying to hold
Nara,
hands with Pennywise during Halloween.
Nara the eldest, yeah, she
She
gets it.
didn't.
But
Presley dressed as something
and
else.
they were playing the Charlie Brown on like a screen for kids to watch as well. So it was cute, fun. Got
Yeah,
to see the
that's
kids
good.
have fun. Got to see the costumes.
Yeah.
There's like a giant chicken, one of those those blow up costumes. They're like a giant chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Those blow up costumes are always fun. I love watching people, like the videos of people like going at it,
Yeah.
like pretending that they're like fighting or wrestling or whatever, and they're like a bunch of dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Oh my
when
God.
the T-Rex first came out.
Yes,
those were
I
hilarious.
died his pants at those.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's not
So,
good. Thank you.
where are we gonna start? Start at the beginning, then I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Monica,
Oh,
where you at?
Dominique, you up?
I am.
Yeah, you are. I'm gonna stuff my face.
Let me
We had outside and we would
pop in on.
Mm.
I don't know.
Let's see, where are we at?
Did you clean up outside?
I try to have it
What
ready.
used to happen?
What happened? Did you lose it? I had it like pulled up on my phone, and for some reason it disappeared.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. Okay, so Dr. I'm just horrible with names. How do you guys say his name? Dr.
Montague. Nope.
Montague.
Montage.
Right.
Montague.
Montague.
I said Montague.
Yeah, that's what it is. Dr. Montague points out the ridiculousness of their choices to stay in the house and urges Eleanor to promise him that she'll leave immediately if she feels the house catching at her. Eleanor smiles and promises that she will. What exactly does he mean, and why is his concern with her only, with this whole catching thing?
Interesting. Was it only with her?
Well, he only said that to her. And I mean, because there's times where she seems very skittish. Oh, there, she's back.
Hey, you're back. We're just getting started. We just read Dominique's, and we're working on discussing that. Interesting. I know he mentioned it. The doctor mentioned it to her, but I thought he said he had already spoken to everyone else and said the same thing.
Oh. I don't know.
Um,
I think he means that if she starts to feel influenced by the house, or maybe the house is within her. Although I thought that he stated that he already had that conversation with the other two. I mean, I know in the beginning he was talking about if they need to leave to do it during the daytime. Is that what you're referring to? Or did he say this to everybody?
Syl is saying that he said it.
Oh, on 136. I guess I missed.
Yeah. So he did mention that he had like previously spoke with the other two about it, but
Okay.
oh,
That's right. We're just.
but it was like a very brief thing that he kind of went over, and let's see. Dominique was saying for Monica here that Dr. Montague points out the ridiculousness of their choices to stay in the house and urges Eleanor to promise him that she'll leave immediately if she feels the house catching at her. Eleanor smiles and promises that she will. What exactly does he mean, and why is his concern only with her? So we did discuss it isn't only with her. It was just he had only spoken with her right then, and had then mentioned that he had spoken to the others previously about the same thing, telling them the same thing. But honestly, I think it's because he feels like they have this, psychic connection that he doesn't have. So he's probably thinking like, protect yourself first. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe because of their experiences in the past, he's concerned that ha! Monica, you didn't
You'll
get to
get
that
there.
part yet.
You'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. So maybe he's just concerned with like their history, like their paranormal history already, and like just trying to warn them, like if it gets too bad for you, like you've got an out, go for it. But I don't know. Let's jump on to Desiree's here. Throughout the book, so far it seems we are reading it from Eleanor's point of view only. Why do you think that is? Yeah, Des. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I hadn't really. I wrote my question down and I moved on. So I hadn't really had like any time to really sit with my question.
I feel
like
like if they jumped
contemplate
across
it.
so many point of views in this story, like we would just be getting the same kind of information, and they wouldn't, and like it would make the book longer. You know what I mean? Like it would just be everybody repeating the same stuff that they're saying, or like from their own perspective. But we only need like the one person's really to get the story. We still get a little bit throughout their conversations, but
Yeah, she's-
ooh,
I thought about that. I'd also thought about what if she's
Got it.
stuck in the house.
Please stop.
Like, what if this story is not present time?
Hmm.
I've kind of felt that way. The way that they all talk about Eleanor.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Because
way
as far as what the doctor says to her too, like if you feel like, I mean, like obviously the other two, but
I guess that's why I got confused with that. But I mean, it did start with her. We already. So it's mostly about her, I guess, right? Because
yeah.
we know
Well, I mean,
a
I
little bit
think
more
that
about
it
her
kind
past.
of. Let's see. We do get another character, like kind of bit of information, like from everyone, a little, like little bits at a time.
Glimpses.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And it's probably just enough to kind of keep telling the story.
That we know that it's not all in her head, maybe. Just enough to know that, like, some of
Oh,
this stuff is, like, legit.
that's a good point. Yeah. Because, like, at the end of chapter 4, when they come up and explain that the two men had done something separate from the girls, like, they didn't really have to explain what they were doing, but they did.
Right.
So maybe that little piece of information is to, like, just make us think that we're not in her head. Like, and that's it.
Yeah. Because she does, we do find her making up a lot of things.
Yes. So this story could be made up.
Can you not, please?
She could already be stuck. Look at that cutie face. Oh.
so what if she's retelling it after?
While she's stuck in the house or after she gets out?
Yeah, like she's a ghost stuck in the house now.
Maybe.
Yeah, they all do makeup stories. I agree with Scylla.
It was so weird when they kept doing that. And I was like, what is going on?
They do. I think they do it to keep themselves from being too scared.
Yeah. Well, like right after
Yeah.
the whole door incident and the and they just made light of it really quickly.
Yeah.
But I guess I would go with the first line of the book, right? That's on the bookmark.
Yes, Lori.
Yeah.
I was like rereading and I was like, what am I missing about this conversation?
I just think that they're trying to keep it light, keep themselves from being too afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to reread often because I'm like, wait a second. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But then you realize that they're just playing. I think they're just being playful to keep things like I said.
Well, so on the bookmark I put the first line. This is
Right.
The whole no live organism can continue for long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. So they have to step out of reality.
Right.
To feel sane and not scared.
Right. So all the extra little side stories and conversations that really would make no sense otherwise are their way of keeping themselves sane.
Yeah.
By kind of saying something that seems a little insane to us at the time. Right.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good, lady. That's good. That's a very good point. Let's see here.
Where are we at?
All right, let's see. Lori writes, she has two in a row. I'm going to read this one first just because I think it goes with this conversation specifically. She says, Theodora looked at Eleanor gravely and said, quote, I have a hunch that you ought to go home, Eleanor. We know that Theodora, hold on. Am I reading the right one or am I reading the wrong one? Hold on.
Yeah.
Nope. I think I'm confusing myself. Ladies. I literally just totally lost my thought on that. Ah! Hold on. Chat, please. Continue. Make me feel less stupid.
She wants us to fill the silence.
Question?
Yeah.
Wait.
Silence makes me uncomfortable.
No, I know. Me too. Yeah.
Laura, it's not your fault. She just started rereading a different comment?
Let's see.
Is this where Theodore looked? Yeah, where Theodore looked at Eleanor gravely and said, I have a hunch that you ought to go home, Eleanor. We know that Theodore has some sort of telepathic abilities. Could that extend to the spirits or even the house itself? Do you think that maybe she heard something in her mind from something at or in the house that triggered her to say that? It just seemed to me that her saying that was so out of character for her.
Right. Okay. So that does kind of bring up the point, like why everyone keeps mentioning these things specifically to her.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone is afraid that like something is going to happen to her. Like maybe they can all foresee it and she can't yet because she obviously is not telepathic. She doesn't see what's coming. She can just, hear and see what's happening now, like once it starts.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're just warning her for some reason. I mean, I think Theodora is definitely warning her.
What part of the book was that? That wasn't the bathroom incident, was it? When was
Ooh, see, yeah. I definitely think that Theo's trying to protect her as well. But I think Theo's trying to protect her because in trying to like keep her friend feeling like safe and comfortable, maybe it helps her feel that way. I think they're all just scared.
Okay,
but-
yeah, the painting. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, when she like, so I was trying to understand if she that whole conversation between them because they joke so much. It's like that they're serious and then joking, and then it's like it's hard to tell when they're serious with each other or not.
Yeah. I mean, I think when they're trying to, warn each other, protect each other, I think that is the times when they're serious. But then when I think that those warnings sometimes freak each other out, then they have to get light again.
Because she starts calling her Nellie too.
Yeah, that was weird because we haven't heard that yet. She has not nicknamed her up until that exact point.
Yeah.
So, which is weird because she refers to herself as Theo, but doesn't insist on anyone calling her Theo. And then Eleanor never like gave herself a nickname, and now she's all of a sudden calling her friend Nellie. I don't know. We'll see what goes on with that. Wait, like, has anyone considered that like all of these other people are just ghosts? Like in her story.
How did she get to the house?
Well, I mean, maybe she originally was already at the house or and is part of its like history.
Did she rent the house?
Or what if all those people rented it and she's the ghost haunting everyone in the house and like just makes up these stories about her being a part of like painting nails? What if she's the one running around closing doors? I mean, I'm probably going way off topic, but
So the door
Way
thing.
off
So
topic.
were the door You think the doors were shedding because the house is made all wonky donkey, or they shedding on their something's forcing them to shut? What do you guys think?
Ooh, I didn't think of that. Like, what if it's just because they were hung weird on purpose?
Well, I mean
Don't
he
they always
mentioned
shut?
it. Dr. Montague mentions it, like, and or she was shutting them. Yeah, it's like there's all these things up in the air, which I guess for them can make them feel comfortable. Like, oh well, that was just this, or
Yeah, I think they're just telling each other that they think that Mrs. Dudley is shutting the doors when they go from room to room because that's how she likes it.
Mhm.
She likes everything in its place. But I mean, we don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason she likes everything in its place. You know, maybe she's kind of honoring the house so that it keeps her from getting hurt or sucked in or,
doesn't mess with her anyway.
yeah, maybe.
And then, so Lori's one before that. Theodora started
Yeah.
naming Hill House. Eleanor thinks that maybe Theo is telling the house she knows its name or is telling it where they are. Why do you think Theodora names Hill House when talking about it? Is she trying to have some sort of power over her fear of the house, or could it be something else? Also, then why would Dr. Montague not name the house? Maybe he believes that naming it actually gives it power.
Yeah, that was a really weird thing too, and it came up like very close together. Like that Theodora was like purposefully saying over and over and over again, Hill House this, Hill House that.
They'll have
I thought that was
pretty-
odd too, and then especially because the doctor doesn't say anything
Mhm.
like in that way at all. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Very interesting. Maybe he does believe that like by naming it gives it power because it's are these things coming up more? Are they happening when like Theodora is giving the house, its power by acknowledging it? I don't know if we've really seen enough. There hasn't been enough yet going on for us to really know when these occurrences happen in relation to like when they talk about the house.
Because, I mean, maybe she is giving it power because was that before or after the door incident?
Was what before?
Her naming the house. That was before, right?
It was before it. Mhm.
Yeah, and so it went to her door, not Eleanor's door.
That's true. Girl, good one.
So maybe.
That's true. You're right. I mean, they heard it banging around. They checked the door at the end. There was nothing there. But she really did only go to that. And she had to ask if, like, that door was locked. That's interesting. Yeah, that they never. Well, I mean, didn't they hear it, like, banging down the hall until it got there? But it still didn't go to Eleanor's door.
Wait, did the girls hear it? Well, Eleanor didn't hear till Theo woke her up. Right?
That's true.
No, because Eleanor was screaming, "I'm coming, Mom." So she thought maybe her mom was calling her.
Oh, that's what woke her up. Oh, I thought it was Theo that woke her up.
What if it wasn't? What if just like the boys were here or saw a dog, they chased it off just as Montague said, the house is trying to separate them. What if Eleanor did hear her mom calling her? So she was going to run after her mom only to hear then Theo yelling at her. She ran in. So the house was trying to get Theo.
They're definitely trying to separate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the house is definitely trying to say it is trying to separate them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it's hard not to say they when it had two separate
like
incidences.
Right. Yeah.
With the guys and then the girls.
I'm wondering why is it like going to go specifically after like Theo first?
Because she gave it power by naming it.
I guess there's that. Yeah. And she's the sassy one who's like almost bratty about it. And maybe the house is feeling mocked. And so it's
But if
like,
she also sees things that are going to happen, she would
Right.
be able to warn them so the house can't take each of them.
hmm.
Hmm.
Has she really worked hard on like her abilities? Do we know? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I mean, I know she has a shop that like sells things, but is she like a psychic in her shop?
It seems like she talks light of it, like not really, like she doesn't really go into
Right.
depth of it.
Well, maybe she's not like. I don't remember. Do y'all remember?
Do we know what kind of shop it is?
Not offhand. Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting. Oops, sorry, go again. I'm not touching it. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, okay. See, for some reason I thought she could talk to people telepathically. That would be interesting. Like, is there any way that like maybe she was calling
The house?
Eleanor in her
Oh.
sleep by using like her mom's voice kind of thing?
Or maybe not even doing
Like
it
telepathically?
maybe not even doing it intentionally.
Right, right. Maybe that's interesting. Yeah, Sherry, I agree. She definitely has a sixth sense, but is ignoring it. That's for sure.
Well, ignoring it or doesn't recognize it, because when they were talking about that one time with the stones when she was little,
Oh, right. Where
and she was like,
maybe she just made up the story about how, like the neighbors were throwing them and, that's what they thought. Maybe it's her way of like feeling better about what she did see that maybe she can't explain and doesn't want to find like that it's unexplainable. So I don't know, which seems like where she's at right now too. I mean, they did mention that she had, her own paranormal experience, but she didn't really want to discuss that could be it either. Interesting. I don't think the house is liking being told what to do, that's for sure. It doesn't like them deciding that they're going to keep the doors open when clearly it wants to keep the doors closed.
now I wonder if, well, I mean, they said that the house has had a lot of um, people there, but they came at it from a different perspective. So I wonder if that's why. No, I can't compare because I don't know what other people's really situations were. I guess at the house, we just know that they would leave usually within 2 days, right?
A few days, yeah.
And so, yeah, a few days is the longest people really ever stay. But obviously, because this is night 2, so some things are going down. But, let's see. Yeah, her fear to go into the library. I thought that was interesting because she mentioned it later and also mentioned that she didn't even understand why herself. She's like, I wonder why I didn't feel comfortable going in. So I guess that kind of like falls into the same stuff. Like she's just really is unaware of her ability, whatever her ability is currently, which is clearly just,
Do we find out?
Do we find out what?
Why she doesn't go in the
Her
library?
ability, like what it actually is or what it can do.
Well, as far as we're all concerned right now, we don't know.
I know we don't know. I was saying, do we find out? Do you think we find out?
I want to find out. I want to be told.
I think we're going to find out this. I don't know how she's going to be able to be telling us, but she's dead. She's in the house. She's gone. She's stuck. She's a part of it.
So
Could that have been when it started as to why she doesn't remember?
but if she's stuck, then
It was like a trauma.
Yeah.
Block it out.
See, it could be because I'm like trying to make sense of like how it wouldn't be that way, but then again, she makes up all those stories, so it's like hard to tell.
Yeah, I definitely feel like when I'm scared, like even, in regular life, like that's when like your house is noisier.
Yeah.
Like you already know the sounds of your house, everybody does. But it's like they just get creakier or louder or more often, or
Mhm.
you might hear a new one, or what you think is a new one, but you've heard before. It always happens when you're like already just a little bit freaked out. Like I'm over here reading today by myself, right? And I hear some like flapping on my wall. Not like a bird flapping, like something opening and closing, like cat, 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 cat. And I'm like, you know what it is? That's not the point. It freaked me out.
Was it your peacocks?
No, it wasn't the peacocks on my roof. No, it wasn't. It's like we have this like vent, like for like the bathroom vents that like go out. Well, one is weirdly coming out toward like the wall that's like right outside my bedroom window, and it has like three like metal flaps that go on it, but for some reason they're not like stiff. They just like float in the wind and like flap all day long. I hear this ticking. It drives me nuts. But then I don't hear it for a while, and then all of a sudden, while I'm reading, I'm like, "Stop it! What is that?" Yes, their minds are open to suggestive thoughts, obviously. So we'll see how that plays out for Eleanor, I guess. So
Well, yeah, that's why the doctor didn't want to tell any
yeah, that's why
stories
he
in
didn't
the
want to give them
beginning.
info, right? Not too much in the beginning because he didn't want it to like cause things that may or may not have occurred if he didn't say anything. Yeah, very interesting.
What else? What
Well,
else do we have?
let's see. Oh, I wrote in chapter 3, Eleanor tells Theo about her apartment, just describing her apartment, and talks about the cup of stars that she used to drink tea out of. Why does Eleanor tell the stars cup story from the cafe and claim it as her own? Or was it always hers to begin with?
Oh,
Mine
wow.
was like, was she telling this story about a little girl who drank from a cup of stars and her parents wouldn't let her, just like let it go? Or her dad wouldn't let her let it go. Her mom was trying to be like, well, it's her favorite cup, whatever. Was that like her story originally? And that's why she's retelling it? Or is she, again, like taking someone else's story and making it her own, similarly to the way she tells stories throughout the book already? Right. She wishes the story were hers.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, the little girl held her ground, and I think she,
Never has.
yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
she-
mean, we're getting a little bit more of that with like just the minute, tiny, can't put that word together. That's not a good one. Uh, Small stories that she tells very briefly about her mom. She definitely has never stood up to her. And when she mentions her, it's always about things that like she feels like she shouldn't be doing right now, like painting her nails or wearing red or whatever else it is. So she clearly hasn't stood up to her mom at all and was obviously envious of this little girl. But I just thought it was interesting that she went and like turned that story around and claimed it as her own when she's talking to Theo. Like that meant nothing to her, like to Theo. So why?
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Samus was. What'd you say?
I was wondering why it was important for her to say that to Theo
Oh,
when it's
well,
not an important part of like the telling of her apartment. Her
well,
friend asked about her apartment. So like why explain a cup of stars that's in it, you know?
I think at the time she was hearing what Theo was saying and got envious of Theo's life and her, like, just ability to just be free in a sense,
Right.
and wanted to pretend she had that same life because she doesn't even have an apartment.
Sherry, Eleanor has an apartment. She says in the book that it's a tiny apartment compared to Theodora's apartment.
Yeah, well, Theodora has a roommate or whatever it is. And then Eleanor has just moved into a place recently.
I don't think she did because she just left her. We went from her leaving her mom's to this place, right? Did she?
No, she said she has a tiny apartment.
But she's just barely been there for a short time. So
Yeah, that she's
really-
slowly acquiring things for her
She-
apartment
yeah,
because she wants it to be exactly right.
She said that, but I don't.
Oh, but
think,
what if?
I think that's a lie too, because
Oh.
after that, and that's what this was going to be another question, but I didn't know how to word it. Because after that, there's I think 2 or 3 times where Theo will say, "Oh, your tiny apartment," and I
Mhm.
feel like she's saying that like kind of a jab almost. Like, I know that's fake. You're going to keep up this lie.
Right. Right, because she can see things differently.
Because
So, like, maybe she already knows that there is no apartment and she just keeps bugging her about it.
but she says it just like I think she refers to it like her tiny apartment or whatever, and then Theo always refers to exactly that way because if you talk about your place, you wouldn't say and
Right.
so I think that
Good
whole
insight.
thing with the cup of stars and the apartment, she was just trying to talk about her life as how she would want it to be, not as it was.
Do you remember when they were originally talking, when she was talking about the cup of stars, like that story originally came up? Did they explain what it looked like?
They said the cup of stars were at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
so that when she drank it, she could.
Okay.
See
But
her
did they give a
course.
color to the cup? Because later, when she's talking about this apartment and she mentions the cup, then Theo says, well, someday you'll have it. It'll be a blue cup with stars on the inside.
Right.
And I was just wondering why she like gave it a color. Like, has she already seen this?
The other thing.
That's interesting, Rebecca.
The other thing in her apartment, she talks about the lions or whatever. I remember she drove by that one house with the lions, and she was talking about how she wanted to like pet them,
Right.
and
then all of a
clean
sudden,
them.
those are in there.
So yeah. So
So
that's
she doesn't have an apartment. This is made up.
Yeah, that's what clued me in was the lions or those lions, right?
Right. And she talks about all the things that she sees, and now all of a sudden they're in her apartment.
Yeah.
So the cafe story about the cup, the curtains, the lions, all of it.
Yeah.
Are just what she has seen in her teensy tiny short time away from her mom's house.
Because think of it. That's the only place she's ever been, and these are the only new things,
right?
She has seen in her life.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm saying it's hard. It's hard to know what this girl.
What's in her head and what has actually occurred.
Was true.
Wow.
She's crazy.
So then, did the rocks go tumbling down their walls when she was a kid, or is that in her head?
Well, no, that did happen because that's how he found her.
Well, the doctor read the story about it, yes, but I mean,
but she didn't remember it. Her mom said that story.
So what if her mom's crazy and just like made her feel crazy?
That could happen.
You know, like
what if her mom was so terrible she like killed her mom?
I thought about that.
Okay.
And that's why she like had to go.
Little base motel. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right. I'm definitely confused. I can't wait to see how this all plays out. Like, none of it's real. It was all in her head. That's it.
Right.
What if the house is just making up stories? Maybe the house is lonely. It's telling a story of people who visited it.
Ugh.
Nah. But anyway. All right, let's see. Next up, Scylla writes, the doctor explains on page 75 that Hill House has been unfit for humans to live in for at least the last 20 years. Quote, what it was like before then, whether its personality was molded by the people who lived there or the things they did, or whether it was evil from its start, are all questions they cannot answer. Do you think Hill House is troubled from the start by the stories that unfolded in the house? Oh my gosh, Rebecca.
Oh, dang.
Blown. Yeah,
Hmm.
that all out of the water.
Is she
That was
old enough to be?
interesting.
She's
Well,
not old
she
enough.
could be stuck at the age when she became a companion.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not old enough, but if she's dead, then
Yeah, I mean, they say she's dead. Yeah. Like, what if she's like stuck at that age that Eleanor is because that's the age she died when she hung herself?
in the library, which is why she doesn't want to go in there.
In the library where
Ooh.
she won't go. Who's got a mic to drop? Y'all.
We all do.
Everybody drop your mics. I'm just saying.
No, I
That
meant
was
like
bomb.
literally.
Put it together. So are we gonna find out that that's it?
Let's see. Let's see.
So everyone agrees Eleanor is the companion, hung herself in the library. She's stuck there. But then who's everyone else?
Clue.
Right. So they did not say that she hung herself in the library. That's where they have the tower. That's where the stories were told that the gal hung herself, that they think that that's where it happened. So that's not really, we don't know that for sure, but you know. They said one can assume basically that if you have a big tower like that, that's where you would hang yourself from it. You
I
know?
feel like we should write this theory down and see if it's right.
Okay, you write it down because you're good at notes. And then we'll see if you're right. I watched the show. Has anyone else?
No.
Was the show even like that close?
I heard the show was about a family.
Yeah, it was about the Crane family, as far as I know, but I don't know who plays whom in there. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. So Scylla's watched the show, but that's about it.
Okay, what about The Haunting? Does anybody remember the movie? Because that's closest to the book.
I haven't seen it since it came out, so I just don't even remember
I
it.
thought about watching it, but I was like, meh.
I'm gonna watch it after. I just remember a really big fireplace.
Right. So then for those of you who have seen the show, are we gonna find out? I mean, it's not exact to the book, obviously, because I feel like the movie was supposed to be.
Now I want to watch it. There was another.
We need to find books that don't have a show so we can have discussions with no preconceived notions. So this show is not exact to the book. It's not.
It's based around it, not based on it.
Yeah. So when we're done with the book, she can kind of say whether or not it went along the same lines, but it's probably going to have different stories. It's probably going to be like, you know, the people who were trapped versus the people who came and went. So.
The Haunting, the one with Catherine Zeta, that one is based on the book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I do remember the actress from that because the other chick with that really soft voice that plays all
Lily Tomlin.
Yeah, I love her. I don't know why, but when I read the book, I always think of that actress, and I have her voice in my head when I read it.
Sherry, yeah, I want to watch it again once we're finished with the book. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard about this. I was about to mention that. I heard that there was a 60s one, and I'm curious how that is. Because they had some wild horror.
I didn't know that there was one before.
Yeah. The Haunting's been done twice as a movie. So we'll see once we're all done with this in 2 weeks. Before we go back to let's see, what time is that? Oh, before we answer Scylla's question, Dominique needs to announce something.
All right, so we're gonna have a little raffle
Yes.
again for this book. For those who participated tonight in our chat, so if any of you guys are there and not talking, just let you be known. And in that case, you might get a cup of stars.
Yes. That is so cute.
And a little coaster to go with it.
I love that.
So
Insist on your cup of stars. That is seriously cute.
and then this Rest Easy tea,
Ha!
so that after you freak out reading the book, you can go to sleep.
You could sit with your cup of tea and calm down and close your eyes. That is seriously adorable.
So
I love it.
do that raffle, and then we'll announce that.
Yeah, so
Tomorrow.
for all of you who joined our 1 hour tonight, you'll all obviously be entered to win that, and we will announce our winner tomorrow. I'm giggling over here.
For this one.
This is not sleepy tea with poison. Maybe wash the cup when you receive it.
Sage it.
Sage the cup, yeah. Dominique's gonna need to sage everything before she mails it out.
I'll do that.
So we'll announce the winner tomorrow, but I just want to jump quickly to Scylla's topic again because we got a little pushed off of it. Again, she says that the doctor explains that the house has been around for a long time, but unfit for humans to live in for the last 20 years or so. What was it like before then? Whether its personality was molded by the people who lived there or the things they did, or whether it was evil from the start, are all questions they cannot answer. So obviously he doesn't have the answer to that. But she says, do you think Hill House was troubled from the start or by the stories that unfolded in the house? Honestly, everybody said that like when they were building it or the way that it was built, it seems like they gave up after the first level. So I don't know if it's just like they said, like this house was just doomed to be evil. Maybe it's because of the plans that he had for it. And he had said later that he thought that it would be regarded as something fun and touristy, like Winchester Mansion in California, which we all know about for being here. That's where you go. That's the place that has stairs that lead to the ceiling and doors that go nowhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, so maybe it was his odd plans for the house to begin with that like created its odd personality, and then maybe just as things unfolded it became worse. I don't know. But remember, as they were driving up to
Killed all his wives.
That's what I was, but not the last one.
No, not the last. Well, unless it did, but
because that was in another country where she died, right?
Right. That's true.
So at first, while I was reading it, I was like, oh, it's killing all his wives. But then the last one, it didn't. So then I was wondering if it was the sisters, their... How did it go? If it was like the sisters' kind of hate that brought this on too.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but you remember his wife died literally on the way to the house.
Like on the way to the house.
Mm-hmm.
In the driveway. Was it not?
Yeah.
And some people died leaving the house in the driveway too.
She died right before she saw it. Yeah, exactly. She didn't even get to see the house. So, I mean, the house obviously, it's obviously been evil since its conception, but maybe it's because of the way that, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the way he created it. Maybe
he say it has something to do with him.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's his evil that's in the house. I don't know.
Was crazy.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm not sure what if he was the one who was cursed. Yeah, Rebecca. I think like maybe it's him, like the doctor. And interesting.
The doctor.
Not the doctor. Sorry,
Mr. Crane.
Mr. Crane, the one who created the
Or is it the land?
land. Well, everybody knows that land can cause issues of all kinds. So. Oh, right. What if she's causing problems in the house? Like, I'm gonna kill his next wife. You don't get to have anybody but me. I don't know. Interesting. Or like, what if none of this is real and it's just all in Eleanor's made up head and she's crazy as hell and sitting in an asylum somewhere?
That's what she does. She just makes up stories.
She makes up stories. So, like, what if it's just like some story she's telling her freaking psychologist or like, other people in the asylum with her?
Can you be?
Mm.
This is skeleton on church.
I don't know, but this is good.
Yeah.
It's taken a while for this book to really kick into any kind of gear, though. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's definitely taken a while to build up to anything where we're like, oh, something's happening. That's like a
It
little
was like
scary.
it was like reading The Discovery of Witches in the beginning, where I was like, "Oh my god."
Well, I think because you had to get they want you to get a feel for a lot of things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there is always a build up to everything we read. But I just felt like when we're halfway through and only thing that's like happened is some slamming, some banging on some doors and doors opening and closing, like, and then maybe a dog that ran by to get them out of the house.
Listen to me. If we weren't doing this discussion every week and we just met once at the end, I'd have skipped all the bullshit and went straight to the end of chapter 4.
Okay, somebody better die.
Skip it.
Exactly.
Somebody better die.
Or we better find out this.
I need them all to die. I need some crazy things to
They
happen.
can't die if they're already dead.
Thank you. Yeah, we
She
need to
is
find
the
out.
ghost telling us. I don't care.
Yeah, it's her ghost story. She's the ghost.
Whatever.
Right. Okay.
Tales from the
Sorry.
crypt.
Did the doctor explore the house before the guests arrive? It says
Has
He
a
came
map
with Luke.
that he read all about it
and has
and
plans.
acquired a map of it, right?
Yeah.
But he hasn't been there. He's only read about it. But he could be a liar. Like, he could be haunting the
Like-
house. I don't know.
Eleanor, like they all are liars. They're all making up stories.
Everyone is making up stories to like make themselves feel better, but I don't know. Is there like a little love story between Luke and Eleanor, by the way? Or is that
Wonder.
also in her head?
That's what I was wondering. And is she getting jealous?
Yeah, he does point things out in the library too. I saw that, or I read that, but like it didn't really stand out to me. So it could just be like I've done my research on the history of the house, and that's why he's able to like point things out about it. Right. As if he knows or it's familiar. So it very well could be like, what if he was like the dead Mr. Crane?
What did that?
I don't know.
What did that guy
He knows
do?
what goes off because he knows about the house, blah, 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 blah. And then
No, yeah, but what did he
he'll
do?
it as a ghost. I don't know. What are you confused?
What was his job?
I don't think they.
Whose job?
Mr. Crane.
The guy that you're saying, Mr. Crane, could be Montague.
What was his
What
job?
was his job before he died?
I'm
mention it?
gonna call out Scylla here because she probably has that in her timeline.
Yes, was that in the beginning of the book that none of us read, Scylla?
I read it. What are you talking about?
Oh, gave himself away.
Hold up. It explains him, and I don't know.
Didn't
I
take
have
notes, can't remember.
enough to figure this out. If you go back to the beginning, it does explain like each person separately, but it doesn't.
What was the question?
What was the guy who built the house, Crane? What was his job before he died?
I don't think we. The only information we have from that is what the Dr. Montague was. Yeah, what he told them, and yeah, I don't think they mentioned it.
All right. You know what we'll do? I think we can go back and just take a peek later into this and see if we can like type it out into the discussion post specifically, unless somebody finds it before we're off tonight. But, you know, so nobody feels like they have to miss that. I think we'll throw that into the discussion topic post so that we can also all take part in that, because I think we're all kind of interested right now. So, very interesting. Page 80 in her book starts the story. For me, that's still page 1. So,
What section?
dang, page 80. That's like what is going on in your book?
No, hold on. Do you mean when Montague is basically telling the history of the house?
Probably.
I don't think she means that's the introduction.
Oh yeah, here, wait.
So when he's talking about the house and its history and things like that, that's what she's talking about. Is page 80 for her.
Oh.
When they're describing that statue or whatever, do you know what I'm talking about?
Which
That
the one in the like, was it in the greenhouse? When they stepped out onto the veranda and they saw like the statue and
yeah, the way they were describing it, like what were you guys?
that was
picturing?
weird, but I was really confused when I was reading that.
How they were describing it, they all saw something completely different.
Right. So what did they see? I don't understand. Like, it's just a statue.
And then Theo touches it.
She ain't got no respect for the dead. Watch. That's what's going to turn out to be. That's it. She's going to be in trouble for that. She'll die first.
Yeah.
Somebody better die. It's going to be Theo. Watch. Maybe she already knows she's going to die and she's like, F it. No matter what I do.
And then when Eleanor was like, they say Eleanor was like sideways or whatever when she was looking at the roof, or when
Was
Luke
it Eleanor? I
when
can't
Luke
remember.
was
Oh,
like-
yeah. When she was leaning back to get a good look at the tower or whatever.
Yeah.
That was really weird. Was she floating? Was the house holding her up?
Well, they're saying like the
from
house
falling?
is built that crazy. It's like a fun house almost.
Right. But like, how could she not fall?
Yeah.
Or like maybe it looked like she was gonna fall, but because the house is built funky, like maybe it was like
She was okay. Just
maybe
like
she
that.
was okay. Maybe it was like an odd, landing that she was on, like odd
those-
shape.
Like those fun houses where like people could stand on two places and one looks like huge.
And the other one's tiny. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it definitely could be like a fun house of sorts.
Yes.
This is so confusing. I cannot wait to find out what happens in 2 weeks. I'm just saying. Because we're not going to find out until the end of the book, but still, I cannot wait to find out like all of our, what ifs.
Which
Can't wait
one
to find
it-
out
it
which one
is.
fits. Yeah.
Or if it's just
Y'all,
something completely.
we're going to be like the book club that wrote a book. That's what's going to happen. We're going to have all these amazing ladies, all of our names, they're going to have to be put on it as authors. Right? That'd be fun. Okay, just me.
We'll play Scrabble to get some good
Topics.
Yeah.
Names, topics, climax of the story, all that. Yeah.
Oh,
Did we notice that what? Oh.
I was feeling that too. That's what when it came back to like her in the room with Theo.
Right?
How she gets brave all of a sudden, like yelling at it, like go away or whatever it is she says. To me, I feel like she's really timid, but at that moment, it reversed. Like usually Theo's really, more has a stronger personality, but in that incident, it seemed like it was reversed.
Interesting. That's because Eleanor's a ghost and she's haunting all of that. Right? Well, I mean, look at how like pushy she was at like telling Theo which room she had to be in and
Yeah.
Maybe she's trying to make a friend that's gonna stay. Become a ghost there.
Keep her.
I don't know.
Would you guys stay in this house?
Would I stay in this house? I don't know.
Some random dude sends you a letter and says, "Come to my house."
Would you have gone to it to begin with? Like,
I'd have been like, set it on fire, sage my trash can, moving on.
Scylla's gonna go if Des brings the sage. She's all, I'll meet you at the gate.
Meet you at the gate. B, you're going by yourself.
I don't know.
You're going to meet the FedEx guy at the front gate. He's going to bring you a box of sage.
Okay, are we renting a creepy house together? Right. That would be hilarious.
This isn't Cabin in the Woods or whatever the heck that movie is called. No.
Cabin in the Woods with Josh Whedon. That one.
I don't know. I just remember there was a movie called that.
That was
Oh,
crazy.
there've been plenty of like movies about cabins in the woods.
No, but
Cabin Fever.
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
that. No.
Are we all gonna do an overnight? We'll rent like a
unknown.
We don't have to rent a cabin, Tosh. We can go to the cabin.
No, you
No.
need to go to-
That shit ain't haunted. That's fun as hell up there.
You need to
No,
go to,
we're
like,
not
a
trying to have fun. We're
known-
trying to freak each other out. Don't be silly. So
Mountain lions, creepy people.
That's not haunting.
Okay, mountain lions are not
It is.
haunting.
I like
anything.
this. Yeah.
A novel bitch retreat. That's what I'm talking about. I was just about to say it. I was gonna say we need a novel bitches trip. Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder are there
If we roll up and the fucking house looks like this, I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done. Bye.
It would be super fun to rent one of those. Like, you know how people
Rebecca.
See? Look at these girls. They're down. Desiree's over here like, nope, you're gonna miss out.
You know why? Because
Let's
I'm
put each other
Theodora in
out.
the scenario where I'm like, all y'all gonna die. So I'm gonna live and I'm gonna tell the story. How y'all were dumb.
But you won't know what happened, so there's gonna be no story.
I'm gonna make sure y'all take cameras. It's gonna be like Blair Witch from one end.
It'll be like an Airbnb, but like a haunted asylum and shit. Like, that'd be fun. Just saying.
Look, I'm looking.
Look at
Scylla's gonna stay with me. Scylla, we're gonna go and we're gonna find some 5-star hotel. We're not gonna eat shellfish, and we're just gonna order room service.
You bougie bees are gonna be sitting there wondering what the F we're up to on our real trip.
We'll turn the TV on. We'll watch your bullshit. We'll say, okay, they've died. Turn it off.
Go watch about it on the news.
Exactly.
Be fun.
Y'all dumb. Y'all asked for it. You got it.
Oh my god, I want to have to watch over our shoulder. We're gonna
DJ's gonna have to make runes for everyone. I'm gonna have to finish his circle to protect y'all that you're gonna have to take. Nope.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Good night, Lori.
Good night.
Good luck to you and your hubs.
Night, Lori.
Down. No, we'll have plenty of damn good food in our awesome rental, our freaky ass rental, because they gotta feed you well before they kill you. Duh.
Yeah, they're trying to get you to stay.
Well,
All
you're
right,
gonna
Mrs. Dudley.
have all the good food and drinks. We'll have plenty of that. Plenty of that.
Y'all
Oh,
can have
yeah,
that. I'm
okay.
cool.
There has to be some.
What if Hugh is the one that haunts Hill House? Who was Hugh?
Who's Hugh?
I don't even remember who Hugh
Is
is.
that Mr. Crane? Is it Hugh Crane?
Oh.
Lori needs to give her kids some of your tea. Monique.
Tosh, what was this?
What? What's that spell?
What you
jar for?
sent? Yeah, what was it?
What do you mean? What was it?
Yes, what was it? What did you put in here and what was it? What was it for?
Oh my god, there's like a ton of shit in there.
No. Okay, not what you put in it. What was it for very quickly?
It was included in the box for Discovery of Witches.
You were just like, here, let me just throw some shit in here. There was no intent behind it.
Yes, there's intent. You're not asking me what that. I'm not going to tell you what each thing means because I don't have it with me right now.
No, but when you throw it all together, it's what? It's for scary things. It's for like protection. What is it for?
I put good intentions in it for I don't know what for.
It's to give you nightmares, Desiree.
I don't know what you're asking me. No, first of all, what's in that jar is for friendship, for success, for money.
I think that's what she's asking.
Yes.
That's what you're saying right now.
Okay, it's not like a protection. I didn't need to like give you guys protection jars against each other.
No. It fell down from the shelf I've just hung earlier, and I wanted to know what was coming at me.
Okay, it's telling you to take an opportunity that's coming your way. And that opportunity is going to be disguised as the Novel Bitches Book Club retreat.
No. Yes, I will go on a retreat. We are not going to stay in a cabin in the woods.
I've had
It's
a
not going to be
place
a cabin.
in Arizona.
The Bustle. It's so sweet, organic, pet-friendly getaway.
But it says,
See, okay.
and according to its listing, it's also genuinely haunted.
Oh, okay.
What? No. What is wrong with y'all?
I'm down. We got sage galore. Thank you to Dominique. Everybody bring their sage. We'll be fine. We'll just like line the house with it.
No, I'm gonna have to bring all my stones and my crystals to be able to fix our grid in the house, and then we're gonna be fucked.
Okay, silly. You don't want a Dudley, but for real, like who else is gonna cook and clean after all of us?
Mom, we'll bring Mom.
Oh, we're gonna bring Mom.
The first creak in the house, Mom is out. Mom's done.
Mom's not
It's gonna be her own creak, walking in the floorboard, and Mom's like, "Peace, I'm done."
Someone with a more sparkling personality. Wow. I cannot be there as both a guest and your host who cooks.
No, Anna can cook for us.
Anna will cook. That's what you get.
Here's your fucking food.
You
clean up when you're done.
And we're gonna call you Mrs. Dudley. And you'll just tell us where everything has to be returned to. Right?
There we go.
Ah! Oh man. Well, Anna was still curfew. And having a good time? No, she'd be down and know it. She would love this. She'll send us to our rooms. Done. She'd be like locking all of us in. Hear like the skeleton keys and shit turning. And she go around banging on stuff. Add to the excitement. It'd be fun. Definitely would be fun.
Not to a haunted place.
Wait, what do you mean? Why not?
It's literally the whole reason to go.
That's what we're
Go at CJ. Are you on here? Scylla, I am down with a cruise. I will throw up the whole time, but I am down.
Why can't we do
CJ.
both?
She wants like a haunted cruise where there's no way to get away except for to drown.
We could do the Queen Mary again.
Oh my god.
Queen Mary's haunted and you hung out there.
We're gonna need to get like the presidential suite and wherever we go, because everyone is gonna be in the same bed. We're gonna have to push them all together.
No, you know what you do? You just tell everybody, like, we're just renting a haunted studio. You need to bring your blow up.
Or cot.
Or cot. Yeah, maybe if you like the creaky sound of turning. in
See,
the cot.
Scylla. See.
I don't know how they slept alone.
Hello. Monica's not sleeping alone either. You already have a buddy.
Look, we've got 3. We're gonna need a family-sized bed, like I've done with my family.
Bringing people
We'll
together.
have to definitely
Is
find
CJ on
waivers.
here?
No, probably not. I swear
Okay.
he watches in the beginning.
Rude.
Rude, I know.
I'm gonna text.
I'm boring.
We will, yeah.
See.
Oh my god. No. I'm protected. I'm not worried about this at all. So
I'm getting the word from my brother. I'm asking him, do you fuck with haunted houses? And if your husband says nah, you're not going.
I'm not going.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Yes.
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything? What, I can't go to a haunted house without you? Yeah, you got nothing. You got nothing. He may not mess with haunted houses, but what's that got to do with me? We're not the same person. We're just connected at the hip. Like Siamese.
Ah!
You can stay
He
outside.
said, I don't know, maybe. I said, would you stay in one? No.
Then why are you mad? He wouldn't stay in one. He's just saying, like, I'm not going to plan a slumber party. At
He
a
says I
haunted house.
lived in one.
Yeah, ask Sherry.
Oh, when y'all went and like saged the house?
That house has to be staged regularly.
Yeah, I mean, most should. And people bring in their like emotions. You need
not
to
just that.
sage
Mikey
it and get it out.
Mikey, his house sit for her and said, freaky stuff, see? Some people just live in haunted houses and they're like, hey, no big deal, I'm used to it. See? Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'd take one for the book club, just saying.
I'll go.
Look,
I
there's
tried,
Sherry.
but-
He did, see? Sherry knows. She knows all about haunted houses. That's why she
He's still a yes.
That's on our trip.
I do not watch horror movies anymore. I've seen enough. You don't run up the stairs. You don't stay in those houses anyways.
Well, you just stay together. The thing is when you separate.
Oh, there's
Like in this
Mikey.
book, the house tries to separate you.
You go pee in groups.
Okay, Scylla and Monica, we will need handcuffs. We will just walk around handcuffed to each other.
So nothing can separate.
Mm-hmm. So the
So
house
if y'all die, I guess I'm dead too.
At least together. Community.
Nope, just wait till somebody trips and you're trying to drag them.
The Three Stooges.
Yeah,
Who gets the middle? Who gets the middle?
Well, that's
someone who wants to wipe 3 asses.
What?
When you'll have to go to the bathroom.
that'd be fun.
What?
That's why you just use a bidet.
Oh my god. Little House of Horrors? I don't know.
Mm. Right.
Little shop, not house. Little shop of horrors.
Well,
I
I'm
like
not
that.
afraid of any plants. This
But
isn't
that
Harry
was
Potter
an
or
alien,
anything.
not like spirits or scary. That's just an alien.
No. Honestly, alien stuff freaks me out.
Me too.
Okay, the 4th kind, y'all. Was the 4th kind not one of the freakiest things you've ever seen? First of all, that thing. They filmed the 4th kind with like actors recreating previously recorded stuff from actors you don't know, pretending that it's a real friggin' story. First of all, that was genius. They had to play it out. I'm not exaggerating when I say like CJ and I were genuinely freaked out by the fourth kind.
I don't think I saw that.
That freaks me out. Like I'll go to a haunted house, that's not a problem. But alien stuff, that's it.
Yeah.
No. And then they had the owl come and visit every single
Oh, okay. I
night
know what you're talking about. That, yeah, that
at
was
3:33 in the morning. No joke. CJ was like, for a month, I woke up at 3:33 every single morning
Yeah,
after watching that.
no,
I'm
that-
not
Do you want to know something pretty cool about 3 a.m. wake ups?
do tell.
If you randomly wake up like 3 a.m. regularly, it's your spirit guides waking you up, coming
What?
to you. So maybe your owl was a spirit guide trying to wake his peeps up.
Mm-hmm. I would not be surprised if my spirit guide is an owl. I've been obsessed with them forever.
keeping you away
But-
from the aliens.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No,
They
so
were
like-
warning that things were coming, though. That was the problem with that.
Yes.
Mm.
That's
If,
So
if, if my spirit guide is an owl that's going to tell me aliens are going to come abduct my ass, then I don't want that owl.
So I worked on an alien film once,
Ooh.
and obviously I knew they were fake because eating lunch with them, dressed them. But I remember we were working like Santa Clarita area,
Mm-hmm.
the deserty,
Right.
vast open,
Right.
and the porta potty was like far off. Is like probably 3 a.m. because we're doing like sunset to sunrise. And I'm looking at the porta potty. I'm like, okay, I really gotta go pee, but it's dark. And so it was like, no, when you shut the door, the light turns on. So I shut the door. The light didn't turn on. I opened it right away. I was like, no, it's not turning on. They're like, you gotta lock it. Once you lock it, the light turns on.
It's like an airplane one.
Yeah, so I locked it. The light didn't turn on, and I'm crying, and I'm shaking. I'm trying to get out of the porta potty, making such a loud, chaotic noise. People are starting to like come towards me, and then I jump out finally, and everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. I was like, I'm just kind of scared of aliens. And then they started laughing at me. Like, but I was really scared.
Oh, no.
It was,
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God.
So the alien movie you were working of something climbing up at me in a porta potty.
Oh.
But not like the porta potties that are like, you can pick them up and move them because we know they're only so deep. I'm talking the ones that are
like camping.
permanent. Like the camping ones. Like who
like the cabin at
down there
Tiger Creek.
is gonna grab my ass cheeks and pull me down, folding me in half through the seat.
Like, yeah, just. Oh, no. I'm clenching.
Nope.
now.
And I will gasp. I won't even be able to get a sound out.
Oh, I'm clenching.
So every time we go down to Tiger Creek, our family creek that we always visit when we're at the cabin that's not haunted that she wants y'all to come have fun at. Every time we go down the creek, they have this like, little outhouse and it's got 2 potties and one, they both are like just a seat and, a hole in the ground, whatever. And every single time I like kick open the door and take a peek to see if I could see somebody hiding in there before I decide I'm gonna squat over it. Because you don't sit on that. But still, I'm so deathly afraid of this. And not only is it like somebody who's gonna grab me and fold me in half, sucking me in, and I'm gonna die, snapping my body in half, specifically. But I also have this paranoia that a snake is gonna come up and bite my
Ooh.
ass.
Like, how do you guys know that nobody's like gone in there and messed around?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, but who wants to hang out in like a shitter?
I don't know, but I know from this point forward, I'm a fuck with you.
Oh.
You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna wait until she knows I'm squatting over the potty.
Oh
and
my
she's
God.
open.
Done.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
pee all over my clothes.
Yes.
I will have from this point forward, anytime she's around me, an extra pack of clothes on my back just in case. And
Don't
then
you already pack some from all the laughing and peeing?
oh my god, bro! I think you've like by volume done more urine than I have.
What?
By volume. Like when you let loose in your kitchen and your baby almost crawled in it.
Oh my goodness.
Gross.
At a concert? What concert were you at?
I would.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've done it at home, but like, what?
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I like do and don't want to hear the stories.
I feel like we should have Scylla jump on to actually hear the story.
Oh my god. That's disgusting. How could you cut holes in like
Wait, do you mean like glory holes?
your stick?
Well, not Gloria and the fact that the other one's participating. It seemed like they were not.
We just shut them all down. Yep. We're gonna have to close these porta potties because someone's trying to grab your goose.
Well, I mean, couldn't they just have somebody like?
Check for holes. See, I still check for snakes when I go pee in the middle of the night at my own house.
Oh,
Everybody's got their things, and I still jump away from the bed when I get out.
oh, so nothing like.
Yeah, you know, like something always gets your Achilles tendon and you fall forward and it snaps away from your foot. You know, these are things that regularly happen. I just prepare for them.
I still have issues walking in closets from watching the Poltergeist. Like to this day.
Walking in closets?
Yeah.
I want to wear this today. I'm not gonna go in. Babe, while you're in there, can you pull out an outfit?
She doesn't have
Like-
closets. She has racks
Like I actually
so as to not step into the closet.
No, I do go in obviously, but I always have to tell myself like it's okay.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be-
You gotta pep talk it up.
I do. It's embarrassing.
We're okay. We're gonna go.
We're gonna go get something to wear. Look it out.
Let's try it again. Let's start over.
Well, you know, like
We're gonna
how it
go.
got shut, the door shut, and all that stuff. Like that. Was
I want to know some of your guys' most ridiculous fears.
Yeah, like that. Like. You have to-
Yeah, mine is literally a snake coming up out of my potty. I'm not sure why, but I check it every single night. And you know, when you're on keto and you're drinking a ton of water, I'm pissing 8 times a night. That's 8 snakes. That is 8 snakes that almost.
Did you not learn your lesson after the first snake?
Why would I
Oh,
learn my
that can't be
lesson?
heard.
I
I'm
mean, I
sorry.
gotta pee.
Close. My light
Gotta
keeps
pee.
going off.
Oh man, I gotta pee. That's that. So I'm gonna pee 8 times, and that's 8 snakes I gotta check for, and that's gonna happen.
Listen, I'm gonna get you a go girl, and then you're gonna be fine.
She's not.
I don't want
gonna
to
sleep
watch
tonight.
the snake come at me. I just also don't want to feel it. I'm not sleeping tonight. You're welcome. All y'all are gonna go checking your potties in the middle of the night
Whoa.
at 2 a.m. when you guys wake up and go rolling into bed, and you step away from your bed so nothing cuts your Achilles tendon,
Unless you have
even
this.
so you can't walk anymore. Oh, just give Tasha melatonin. I doubt that would work. I'm definitely.
I'm definitely not peeing.
You're gonna step away from your bed, and then you're gonna go into your bathroom, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so sleepy. I need to pee." And then you're gonna like drop trow, and you're gonna sit, and they're gonna be like, "Oh fuck, I didn't check for snakes."
No, I'm more afraid of falling in the toilet because somebody likes to leave the seat up.
Oh.
Your son.
No.
I was trying to give Manny a port.
this
Sorry, brother. Close that.
is when you need a you have grandbabies. I'm sure you have a toddler potty somewhere.
She's bringing a potty bedside, girl. She's just gonna get like a Home Depot 5-gallon bucket.
No, because I mean the
Gotta
snake
get
can
out of
crawl
bed
in
to
it.
use it.
That's big enough for a snake to crawl in. You get a toddler toilet, you're not gonna get a snake that big crawling in it.
There could be a spider in there
There could be.
Girl,
biting at you.
spiders up the butt. See what happens?
My babies are so
I've
big.
seen like 3. Like it is spider season in my house. I've seen 3 that I've never seen before, and I am not happy.
Don't they have an app you can like take a picture and it tells you what the heck it is? What flavor is
Probably.
this? This thing tastes like incense.
What's this? What's this? I'm terrified. I'm going to see someone standing in my backyard because we have this giant. Oh yeah. There's
We just leave
no.
this comment up the whole time. It's so
Mm.
large. Oh my god. There's no way to install blinds and things.
It's gonna be Michael. It's gonna be Mike Myers standing behind of a tree.
Okay, yeah. If you crawl into that, somebody's gonna cut you in half. I already know what happens. I'll let you guys know what's gonna happen with all your irrational fears, but please tell me them right now. I'd love to know.
She's gonna make them come to fruition. That's what she's gonna do.
You know what
Girl,
else?
all of you gave us our addresses. Come on. All I'm gonna do is stand there and like freak y'all out. What? I'm
Mirror-
kidding.
Ashley's lucky she's not on. She's moving.
Were any of you guys scared of mirrors? Like I was always scared of like.
Hello, Bloody Mary. Duh. Like,
Well, okay, yeah, I guess because growing up, we had like these two huge, like antique oval mirrors, and I'd have to run.
Listen, Halloween costume, 75% off. I'm gonna go get a couple. I'm scared shithead.
Desiree's gonna get snacks and then come over and scare your ass and then knock on the door and be like, "Let me in, okay?" All right, I brought an apology. I brought an apology.
I'll bring you a hot towel.
My
For
hair will
your
glow.
feet.
Girl, I'll tuck it up in a.
Look at she said yes, snack.
Nah. Okay, Dominique. So you have antique mirrors.
Oh,
you
growing
freaked
up.
out about.
No, growing up. I don't have a lot of mirrors in my house because I would be scared of them. I would always be scared of seeing something and then looking at it wasn't there. That whole like
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
there.
So when I was little and I'd wake up, I'd run past the mirrors
She's
like
feeling
this
'em.
so I wouldn't see anything.
No.
I was like 5 or whatever, but I remember just being so
Oh my god, that's cute.
scared. Like I didn't.
There's
like, I felt-
something in them. You weren't wrong.
I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it.
Well, you're not wrong. I'm just saying. Sherry can tell you all about that. CJ can tell you all about that. Aiden can tell you all about that. Sherry's got a specific mirror in her house, and they have all seen something.
Well,
in
why
it.
do they still have it?
She moved it into another room. So it was originally CJ's room, which became Aiden's room later, but CJ had some major issues in that room with that, which he said earlier the house was haunted, but they used to see something specific in the mirror, and then she got the house cleansed. Yeah, they had a priest come in and holy water and everything. And then years later, when Aiden was sleeping in there, he was having issues, so I had to go and do like a full cleansing ritual to get rid of it, and it was gone for a long time. But now Mikey, when he house sits for her, our younger brother, oh well, she's saying it's not there anymore. But Mikey has had some issues where he has not felt very comfortable in that room. So who knows?
And y'all want to go into a haunted house?
I have not seen that either, and I don't know if I want to watch that.
What is this? Oculus. What is that?
I have a feeling it has to do with mirrors, and no. I'm just gonna.
Sherry's is a nice antique mirror too. See?
Maybe avoid it.
Oh my god. Ah. Anyone else grab their dog or cat to go from room to room? Like, you gotta take the poor thing and say, like, if I'm scared, you're coming with me.
Did you guys ever watch?
No, it gives you like the courage to go. Because
Yeah,
when I
right.
hear things in my house, I go wake up my eldest kid if my husband's not here, and I'm like, "You're coming with me."
with-
At least I'm like protecting someone, so you have to be brave, right? Your
So
kid's
Grab,
life
like,
at
your
stake.
eldest, I don't even, it doesn't matter. If somebody's with me, I'm safe.
No, I mean like I'm grabbing whatever firearm, but also I'm gonna go grab my kid and say, "All right, you stand behind me. I got you."
The whole dog thing. You guys ever watch what was it? With Devon Sawa. That
The
Idle Hands.
Final
Destination.
Destination.
I know, Idle Hands.
Oh, I love that
Oh.
one.
Remember when he pushes the dog to like I just like go check, go see what it is, go. Remember that scene? That just popped in my head.
That's hilarious.
That's rude. Oh, look at see, she's talking about the mirror. Yeah, no.
Yeah, she said she got rid of it.
The mirror's in her living room now.
Oh, she said not.
No, she said she got rid of it. The mirror is what?
It's not in that room anymore.
Oh, not there anymore.
In the room specifically that they had issues.
Oh, why can't
No, it says up above we don't have it anymore.
In that room.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't look like in that room.
Yeah, I didn't see
Okay.
that one.
Argue.
Sherry, do you still have the mirror?
What did you do with the mirror? I
The
want.
mirror's in her living room now. I'm not kidding. The mirror is in her living room.
It's a big dog.
Ask CJ. Well, he's busy right now. He's washing kids, but anyway, yeah.
That's a big dog.
It's still there.
And the dog hides behind her. She
Oh,
said
so-
that's a different mirror in the living room. She doesn't have the one you're talking about.
Where'd you
CJ
do
told
it?
me that the one in the living room that used to be in that room was the one that he saw them in. So, ooh, that
What
kid,
did
maybe
you-
he doesn't remember.
What did you
Maybe
do
that's
with
all.
the mirror? Did you give it to someone?
Dominique is very concerned.
She's
She's all, did I go to a garage sale and pick up your haunted mirror?
Watch the haunted mirrors, the one that was in your house after they got rid of it. I'm kidding. Okay, so it's a different mirror in the living room. CJ told me, but maybe he just doesn't remember because he was young. But
My light keeps going.
what kind of dogs do you guys have that are like shedding 100% of the time? Although my mom's dog sheds.
It's
all
set
the
up
time.
here. Rebecca said she has a lab.
Oh, and the lab's shed.
And then Scylla
Thank you.
says,
I'll never get one.
I don't know how to say that.
Oh, I want you to try.
No.
A what?
Mm-hmm.
No. What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it.
The
Melly.
cop dogs.
Oh.
One of them?
A German
Mel-
Shepherd.
There, that one. Say that one. Whatever is the cop dogs you see. Say that.
German Shepherd.
Mel-
German Shepherd.
Nope, that's not what it says. It doesn't say German
Melon.
Shepherd. What does it say?
I'm waiting for you to say it. I asked you first. Go.
Melon.
What?
Melon.
Hey,
Mew
Malinois.
Mew.
Or
Melody.
Malinois.
Malinois.
You're welcome. It's free.
Malinois.
All right. You got it eventually. Somebody got it.
Me.
And Australian Shepherd Collie mix. Wow, it's a mix. I'm going to pronounce it like that now, though. Mela. What kind of dog do you have? Oh my God, your dog is so cute. What is that? It's a Mela. Can you spell it? Yeah. Meh. Meh. No. I can't spell it. I don't know how to spell in French. Yeah. Desiree is gonna enjoy this one for a while. Mela.
Melon.
What kind of dog do you have, Des?
A pit.
I thought you were gonna say it funny. That was boring.
That's more angry.
Right? My dog's the Pits. That's what she really meant. A lab, husky, shepherd mix.
Sherry, you still have the mirror? You've just got it hidden?
Wait, I am.
Thoroughly confused. Didn't she say she got rid of it?
She got rid of it out in
She
sight.
probably removed it after incidents and then like didn't get rid of it. It's like hiding behind her big armoire in her room.
That scares me even more now.
I mean, like, what if it's trapped in there? I'm kidding. It's not. But still.
Oh,
Anyway,
Monica
the
has a.
mirror
She'll
was
ask-
not in the room when Aiden had that problem, was it? Do you remember? I don't remember. I don't think the mirror was in the room when Aiden was having that problem. I think it was already out in the living room. Aiden heard breathing behind him when he was trying to get into bed.
Listen, the first time I had my house cleared, she came through and she was like, "You have a poltergeist in your closet." And I was like, that accounts for all the scratching and shit that I'm hearing in
you
my
just said in
room.
the closet.
You're probably yelling at
Yeah.
your kids and
See,
shit.
and you wonder
"Go
why that's what I'm scared of. That's where they stay. That's where they hang out in the closets.
What did she say?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that after CJ's incident? Yeah, she did. She had to go in because CJ was having a major problem in that room where he saw a ghost in the mirror and then he was pinned down to his bed and couldn't move.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh no, that was bad. That's why they had to call in the big guns.
Or is it sleep paralysis?
It was the freaking ghost.
Okay.
Because that shit didn't happen after they had it cleared. Yeah. Get that holy water up in your hizzy.
No, I had my house cleared and saged and all the things, and then I had my grid built.
When was
And
their
then some
house-
asshole child went and took one of the crystals and chucked it. And I was like,
He's all, I hate my mom. I can't wait for her to be fucking haunted. That is like one way to get back at your mom. Ah, I'm done.
that's messed up.
Yeah, Aiden heard the breathing behind him
Good
and was
night.
like, I swear to God, someone's breathing behind me, and was like, started crying and told it. And I was like, okay, you don't have to sleep in there until I cleanse your room. That was funny. And it worked. After I cleansed his room, he's like, it feels like fresh mountain air in this room. It's like cold and clear and feels like safe after that.
Is cold a good thing? Because we are just reading in our book
Yeah.
that cold is not a
Bad.
good thing.
Oh, no. This was a good thing. Before, the room was like stale and still and stagnant. And afterwards, it felt like when you are on a mountain on a perfectly clear day and
that
it's
fresh.
slightly cool and the air is crisp and clean, that's what the room felt like. I mean, and I think my whole ceremony to cleanse that room took like maybe 45 minutes or so, but after it was done, I'm not exaggerating. It was like a completely different room in a completely different house. It was so wild.
What-
Aiden was like, it feels so good in here.
Well, do you know when the house was built?
Her house was built in the 40s.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think the land it's on is probably sacred land. Right. Children are
Yep.
really susceptible. Absolutely. That's why CJ probably had a major issue when he was younger, and then Aiden did as he was growing up and slept in that house too.
So you need to learn to clear your house and build your grid. That's what you're saying?
1943. Okay.
All right. Good night, Rebecca. Thanks for joining us. We will see
You're
you
late.
and 1943. That's old house. Clear out old energy, old memories, old negativity.
Yeah, mine was built in 1910. But then
You have an old house.
And then it was moved here 1930.
Wow.
They moved it. Yeah, it was on where the freeway was being built. So all the houses were like getting sold cheap, and then somebody bought it and then moved it here.
Weird.
We have a septic tank. We're the only ones around with a septic tank.
Oh,
Billow.
that's interesting.
Yeah, we get to save like $20 on like sewage.
Hey, you're like partially off the grid.
Yeah.
Haha.
Ours went from, I want to say it was like, our water bill was like $40 when we had a septic tank, and it jumped to like 120 when we went to county or city or whatever.
Scary.
Go get rid of your mirror.
You're fine. Bust out your holy water. Say a prayer. You'll be fine.
She's gonna come knocking on your house in the middle of the night. She's
That's
gonna be
fine.
like, come back, bring your sage.
I think she still has my sage and the little abalone shell, and she could
What
do
is-
that if she really wanted
What is
to.
the abalone shell for?
No, it's just part of it. So when you like do any kind of ritual, you want to have something that represents each element. So abalone shell represents the water,
Okay.
and the feather represents air, and you have your sage that represents the earth, and you light it, that represents
I
fire.
have sage.
She does have sage. You can light it, and you'll be perfectly fine. Keep me safe tonight. And she's not gonna be watching that movie anytime soon. I can tell you that.
Ugh.
Ah.
But see, sage doesn't keep the aliens away.
No. Owls do. If only we could have an owl, right?
Have you seen
Or the
those
owl's
cute
gonna
little
warn you that
All
it's
right,
time.
Harry
pet
Potter.
owls? They have like cute little pet owls in like Japan.
Why are they allowed to keep owls as a pet? It's so mean.
I know, but they're tiny and cute.
Owls are so cute. That would definitely be my familiar if I were a witch in a movie.
Why is it? My light keeps turning off. Yeah, I like owls.
Not a snake.
They're so cute.
Mm.
Ooh. Is that true?
I know that they're supposed to choose one, or it like comes to them in some way. Kind of like their wand. Their wand chooses them.
Dorks. I love you, dorks, by the way.
Harry Potter's the main thing.
We're not reading any Harry Potter, by the way.
Well, yeah, it's too long.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
you know about the Harry Potter?
Rude. Ravenclaw.
Which one's
You're a Ravenclaw?
Yeah, I took a test.
Okay.
They're smart. And they like rules.
Which one's that one?
The blue one. Blue and silver. Which I love blue, so it works.
Well, there you go.
You're a goof. Well,
Y'all have never taken this test. Look, Scylla's with me. Scylla's a Ravenclaw.
I like the word Hufflepuff. I just like how it sounds. Hufflepuff.
See, I couldn't be in Slytherin because I'm already afraid of that thing biting my ass.
Avery's a Slytherin.
And anyway, it's not like I need a ghost like hollering at me as soon as I step into the bathroom. So forget that. Desiree will be on the other side all moaning Myrtle. You're welcome. I dorked out for like a half a second there. You probably enjoyed it.
Didn't you only for the first time watch Harry Potter movies like in the last few years?
No. I just never like I never got the opportunity to like sit down and like fully pay attention. It was always like someone's distracting me. You know what I mean? So like I've seen it and seen it and seen it and seen it, and I still am not 100%.
Harry Potter's been around since I was in high school.
The movie?
You didn't have children.
The movies?
Yeah. The first one came out in like what, 2000?
Did it?
Okay, first of all, anyway.
On another note.
You didn't get married till 2006. You didn't have your child then till end of 2004. So
Okay, no. I had a child in 2004.
that's what I'm saying.
And
At
by
the
the
end.
way, we watched the
Oh,
Harry
still
Potter.
on. See.
It's getting
Calls
crazy up
out.
in here.
Watch what happens when you get a delivery at your door in the middle of the night.
And even then, your child would have been way into Harry Potter. All of mine were, and mine are all his same age.
Your kids aren't as cool as mine.
I'm pretty sure they're cool. My
Well,
kids
Mom.
will dork out with some Marvel, with Harry Potter, with The
has-
Witcher.
But when has being dorky turned cool? When did that turn around?
Yeah.
I feel like when everyone realized how cool all of it was.
It was-
As soon as someone who used to be a dork grows up and has kids and then says, like, see, it's cool, that's when.
I don't know, but I went to every Harry Potter movie in the theater.
so is it, then it's not dorky anymore.
I have
It's
not
cool.
seen any in the theater. I saw them all on TV, and that's probably why, because there was always shit going on in the background.
Hell no, I was going
first
to
movie.
the theater.
I did not see the first movie until Aiden was like 4. So that would have been 2006.
Exactly,
Yeah,
Scylla. Yes.
I didn't read any of them. I didn't see the first one until like 2006. And then Aiden watched like the first 3, and then he freaked out. And we couldn't watch anymore for a few years. Because of the Death Eaters, I think.
Oh, those.
Well,
I think
my
that was
kids
why.
went with us to see every
Honestly,
Harry
like I said,
Potter
we tried to
movie.
watch him. Like we watched him all together, and then he freaked out, and that was it for many years. So, you know, that's all right. We just moved on, and then you know what happened? Desiree showed him Chucky the next year.
That bitch has wanted to be Chucky for years.
Not true.
Yeah, huh?
No.
He
I
says he's
wanted
gonna
to
do
make
it,
him-
and then he's a little weenie, and then he doesn't.
No, he has red hair. I have tried to make him Chucky every year for Halloween. He's refused. He refused. So, no.
I still don't
Desiree was
know
like,
why.
"Oh, you're afraid of these things? I'm gonna show you Chucky."
That's horrible.
Yeah, great auntie there.
I don't know what. Well, my
Hell no.
I
If they
watched
want to watch a
that.
scary movie, and I know that there's nothing like totally bad except for death, and like, yeah, for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
the reason why I don't
Except for
let
chopping people up.
Inara watch it is because I will not sleep.
I will not sleep.
Because she will be awake, screaming all night that she sees it, and will not
See?
calm down. And
I
she'll
don't
ask,
wanna
"Oh,
deal
Mom,
with
can
that."
can I watch this movie?" No, you can't, because I want to be able to sleep. Plain and simple. No, we're not gonna do that.
I think Aiden finally got over all of that freaky stuff. Like a year ago, I think he watched The Hills Have Eyes
Oh
by
no.
himself.
That's like that's what he like ventured into after not seeing anything.
For a long time, right? That one was weird. I was like, no, because that could be true.
Yeah.
It's not a good one to watch. That's like could easily happen because it's all about like, you know, toxic, you know, waters and land like leaching into people and turning them freaky and effed up. Oh my god.
Mm-mm.
My 2 girls are the
Just like
exact same
Newport
way.
Point, Michigan. No, that's terrible. Believe in unicorns for eternity. Oh my god. Can't wait for one of your daughters to dress up as like a dead unicorn and freak out the other one.
That one's moving.
Which one's moving? The unicorn lover or the freak? My
The
favorite.
one who loves the horror movies.
Ooh, I love that.
You'll have to
She's
share.
go-
We should make a post and share our Halloween photos there.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay. So let her watch The Fourth Kind before she moves to Alaska. Because it's set in Nome, Alaska.
Oh, maybe I've seen that.
Swore. I just heard something out my window.
Yeah.
It's the sprinklers.
Okay.
Oh, she says they've seen it.
Oh, you did watch it? Okay. You should like secretly set her alarm for 3:33. Put a little ghost out or a little owl out the window, like peeking in. I would piss my pants. That's it. I would. But I love pranks. I absolutely love somebody freaking jumping around the corner, screaming at me and scaring me half to death.
She
Love it.
does. She always says, "Oh, that was a good one."
I do. Every
Good,
time
good.
somebody gets me, I'm like, ooh, that was so good. Every time. I love it.
I do that to Samus, the baby. When she's walking, I get down and I get boo. And she like jumps, she's like, oh, and then she laughs.
Yes.
She likes to get scared.
Oh, and we don't do it all cute and stuff in the house. I don't care what your age is. You can walk. You can fall and get scared when I pop around the corner and you'll get
No.
yourself back up. You'll be fine.
No, that's what I do. I pop up and she jumps, she screams, but then she laughs.
Yeah.
She
Oh.
thinks it's hilarious.
My kids accidentally scare me all the time and I scream. Scream. And then,
Philip watched the movie while they lived in Alaska.
Ooh,
well,
no.
that's a great place to be living when you're watching a movie that's like all about how freaky that place is. Wonderful.
Wasn't it like based off like true stories or something?
So Nome, Alaska, I'm pretty sure, is actually known for its
Alien abduction.
Because it's always like
its
'cause
freaky stuff.
it's dark a lot. That's why, right?
Half the year the sun doesn't ever completely set.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, like the population is lower, less air traffic, more room for alien UFOs to just kind of zip in and out and do their thing.
Did you
Sure.
guys ever listen to like Art Bell before? The Coast to Coast stuff?
Listen to what?
The Coast to Coast?
Coast to coast? What is that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you didn't. It was or it still is. The original guy's name was Art Bell. It started at midnight. Starts at midnight. It's on the radio.
It's still on?
The original guy, Art Bell, isn't doing it anymore. It's a new guy. But people call in for all sorts of things like aliens and conspiracy theories and like just all sorts of crazy stuff. Coast to
Wow.
coast.
All right. Well, coast to coast, we're about to say goodnight to y'all.
Go listen
From the
to
West
him.
Coast to the East Coast and everywhere in between.
I think that's what they say, something like that.
Shut up. I've literally never seen it. You're welcome. So when all you guys are just, final thoughts. When all of you have to pee in the middle of the night, think of me. Think of me. The next time you don't want to step out of bed because something might snip your Achilles tendon, think of me.
Monica's not ready.
Next time you have to go pee in the middle of the night and you check your toilet first, think of me. I hope you have a giggle to yourself when you see that there's not a snake biting your butt. I still peek between my legs, like while I'm sitting, just to
Well, because
check.
it can slither in.
It's like I don't believe
I
myself.
thought you said you didn't want to.
I don't.
I
Check
the
for holes in your porta potty. I always do. Like I said, I always check for bodies in my porta potty before I sit over it. I don't want anyone touching your butt. I also don't want to be yanked through.
And squat, like folded in half.
You can't touch your toes. You're gonna get stuck.
No, I can't. touch
You're gonna go
No.
like this, and you're just gonna be stuck.
I know. No, I'm like the least flexible person in the world. So I would I'd be like sitting all nice on the potty, and they'd be like trying to fold me in half. And I would be like, I'm sorry, but like I can't even straighten my legs while touching my toes at the same time. Like it's not going to happen. You're going to have to break me in 3 ways to pull me in.
Yeah, no, so
Don't worry about it.
Stella, I want you to share a photo of you doing yoga while you are reading next week's chapters.
I was going to say, if you stay on the potty, I'm going to piss my pants right now.
Oh.
Woo! All right.
She's got her book light on,
Mhm.
Checking.
looking down at the toilet.
Yeah, well, y'all are going to be checking for snakes. She has a septic tank, so the chances of that are actually greater.
Well, it's more enclosed.
Maybe my knees.
Branches grow inside of septic tanks regularly, which means that's not the only thing that can look at her. She's gonna hate me forever.
Yeah, what was it? What, 4 years ago? 5 years ago? 5 years ago, we got the septic tank cleaned at the cabin, and they pulled 30 years worth of roots out of the septic tank.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, we had ours cleaned like a couple years ago, and it's
That's
and
good.
pipes checked, so we're good right now.
Scylla and
Well, wait till I
Monica are
start
ready to
talking
start
about
planning a
what-
retreat,
Yeah, I definitely am down.
but not haunted houses.
Well, no,
Okay.
yes, haunted house.
Well, we'll have to do a book club getaway, a book club retreat at some point. We'll have to put that in the cosmos so we can actually,
Yeah,
manifest it into happening. That would be super
fun.
fun. I think it'd be really great to like all get together for a book club meeting. We can have a lot of fun over the weekend. Moms only,
Mhm.
just us. That'd be super fun. Super
Well,
fun.
so
We could
looking into
do Desiree's ridiculous weird yoga on the toilet with like a light between. But anyway, yeah, I'm definitely open to planning something like that. I know Anna is because we were laughing about doing something like that in the future too. So that would be great. Anyways, so we will announce our winner tomorrow, obviously, for that adorable set that Dominique has. I love it. So friggin' cute. Look how glittery that is.
Couple of stars.
I love it. Love it. All right, you guys. Everybody have sweet dreams. Happy haunting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Enjoy your next two chapters / million sections in this book.
All right. Good night,
Everybody have a
guys.
good night and a great week.
Bye.
Bye, novel bees.
Good night.